Here we are once again, MoCo Files. We decided to do an impromptu uh, episode, so this is episode 112. My co-host Marcus, always in the building, doing the thing. Um,
What's good?
uh, life has been crazy, and I was just
Yeah.
talking with me and my homegirl Tina Luna, and
Mm,
I was like, people always tell you to be patient. People always say you have patience, but when it really comes down to it, it's you learning patience with yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know that for yourself, the same way with all these characteristics, like love, all types of energy, if you don't know all these things with yourself first, then you're not going to be able to handle that with someone else.
right.
A lot of situations, because I've been impatient. I was born impatient. I feel like I'm Jay-Z when it comes to patience. I don't have any. Uh, I had to grow into learning that, but before then, I would be like, "Oh, you moving too slow for me." Even if it was a guy that I was talking to or someone who I was dating, like if I'm walking faster than you and you don't get to the door to open the door before me, I'm opening the door. You know what I'm saying? But then what I'm saying, as a woman, you have to realize and wait. Like it was crazy because someone one time was like, you better not ever touch no doors around me." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so to set that perspective in a space where it's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that only happens as you develop and go through life. Because if I didn't develop the patience to even deal with certain things, like as you grow in certain levels, your patience is more challenged. You know,
Hmm.
so just growing through that is something that I've been finding to be a very interesting subject. And I was thinking, like, if, like, I'm changing gears. So, um, feelings, how what we feel. Uh, okay. I was thinking about how, how sex feels, right? But how would that feeling taste if you could taste it? Like, what would sex taste like?
I don't know. I think it depends on the person you're having sex with.
It depends on the energy. So, right, we're talking about the taste of the sexual energy. We're not talking about the taste of the sexual of the person. We're not talking about
Mm.
the organs. We're talking about the taste of that energy that you have with someone. And if you could describe your energy and then they describe their energy, like how deep could you connect with a person? Like what's the level? Because as you go out through life, you recognize the connections that you have with people. You and I have a brother sister lifetime bond. Like I'm always
Hmm.
gonna be your homie. You always gonna be my homie. You call me
Yeah.
going on, I'm gonna answer. Period. Like that's just
Yeah.
our relationship is. So, how do you determine what stages of relationships are and based on what? Like, for me, it's more of like consistency with the person. Like, I may not be able to
Hmm.
speak all the time, but you and I talk on a basis where, you know what I'm saying, we're in communication, where it's not been
Yeah.
used to. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do the podcast that night, it's like I'm letting you know what's going on. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm not even I'm not here right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I enjoy that I can be that real and transparent with someone who knows me. You know what I'm saying? Knows what my life has been like. So it's okay. But other people
Hmm.
aren't. It's crazy dealing with other people in the world, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
How do you feel about how do you feel about the relationships that you develop with women who aren't women that who are just friends, or women that have like just come into your life and you can really just call them and talk to them about whatever?
Ain't too many of them, if any at all.
Okay.
Like none that's been consistent.
Mm. What do you think that is then? Like, because I know you have
Um,
guy friends that you can call on, you know?
yeah. Now with women, it's
Different.
just that eventually, either now in this day and age, I'm not talking to any woman that I don't find somewhat attractive unless like I don't choose to go out my way to talk to somebody I'm not attracted to.
Right.
Like I'm not just going around looking to be friends with somebody I'm not sexually attracted to at all.
Right.
So there's
So,
always that one little
that,
thought.
so there's that one element that's always going to be like, okay, I need to.
It's always gonna be there.
Mm,
Like unless it's like a work environment type thing, which in my case that can never be. But unless it's just in a work environment where I just gradually become cool with somebody that I'm not attracted to,
hmm.
and then it could just be that. But if I'm just out and about, you know, how I meet women is based first off of physical attraction first.
Right.
So there's always going to be that somewhat of element there from my perspective. It may not be theirs. It's just like how I find her attractive. She can get it, and it
So
will
that
be
would
up to.
be reason enough to just be around a person, even if that person isn't even mentally on the level that you would deal with her with. Because for me, it's
Mm,
and just look at how good you look, because you might not be
mm.
smart. You might just think that, oh, okay, yeah, I can look
That's the second level. The first level is physical. The second level is intellectual
mental.
part.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it's different. Like I need mental, and then I need physical, because you can be decent. You could be.
Mm,
I could be physically attracted to you, but I'm a sapiosexual, so I'm attracted to
mm.
intelligence versus being a man can either one. I saw this post that said, um, if a woman like there was a study that had shown that a woman who dressed provocative was looked at more objectively than as a human being.
What you mean?
Like, so men, instead of looking at her as a woman, looked at her as an object that did not have like a lamp.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't, you don't have a brain, you don't have a thought process, you don't have any conceptual ideas of life, period. When a man sees a woman provocatively, like in something, lingerie or something that's, provocative. So for
First of
me,
all, why you wearing that outside? When did that become a thing?
I'm
Why do
not
women start wearing
that's
lingerie outside?
like halter tops or stuff that
Uh.
cleavage. There's always tops that do that, short skirts or skirts that
Mm-hmm.
dresses that are really fitting. Like there's
Yeah.
all types of some women have what I'm learning to see, what I'm seeing now is a lot of women are a lot of women have ass. Everywhere I go is somebody with ass. You know what I'm saying?
They
So
they they all now have the curvy shape thing. I don't know. Like they all have a figure to them.
right, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But what was we talking about?
How can a
So
we
objective.
start off with me just being friend my relationship with women.
But see, this is what I'm saying. As far as what you look at, if a female,
Mm-hmm.
that same female, like started to get fat, you not rocking no more. Once you're not attracted to that
Mm-hmm.
person, you don't.
But that depends on how long I plan on being in there for. If they don't have nothing else for me to grasp onto, I'm never gonna be around long enough for them to get fat on me.
So you only are in a when you begin a situation, it's just for the physical.
The initiation of me going to approach a woman is 90%
Like
off
five.
physical. Now, where it goes after that, she don't even got to dress provocative. Like my attraction to a woman doesn't mean like she has to look like a video vixen or nothing like that. Some women can carry themselves very well and still be attractive. Like they can dress well and not show off everything and still be attractive.
Very true.
Like some women, they don't try to expose their bodies, but if you know, you know.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if a female was to, you said depends on how long you're talking with the person.
Yeah, like if I'm talking to you and you ain't got nothing else to offer but physical, I'm not gonna be there long enough for you to come out that phase of where you. I'm not
So
hanging around. I'm gonna
you
be
have
looking at other things because I'm not getting everything I needed from you.
right,
So I'm
right,
gonna
right.
still be looking around.
Okay, okay. True, true, true. Well, that makes sense. You don't have a. You really are with it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, thanks. You're next. Next.
Mm.
Have a nice. Have a nice. Moving on. It was nice.
Because I'm gonna stick around for. I'm not here to. I'm not a teacher. I'm not about to sit here and try to educate you on things I feel you should already know.
Hmm.
Like there's certain things that like
There's not a real bond or creation of something that is captivating. So when
yeah.
you are dealing with someone, you're just naturally dealing with like them at that time. And if it's great,
Hmm.
okay, great. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
That's crazy. It's great. It's not bad. I'm just saying how women think are is completely different than how you think because this is a thing. We don't have boobs or an ass to look at to say, oh, I think that's attractive. We just have face, body shape, you know what I'm saying?
Hygiene.
Hygiene. But also, then, even with all that covering up, because if you see a guy who's working and doing that, okay, well, how's his mental state? Is this the
Hmm.
type of nigga that will, is this nigga type of nigga stalk you? Is this the type of
Hmm.
nigga who will, you know what I'm saying, look out for me? Or is this
Yeah.
the type of nigga who will be
I
insecure?
mean, unless you dealt with that enough to know the red flag, you ain't gonna know about it until it's too late.
And that's the part of the experience that you never know. That's
Hmm.
that will fuck you up. This life shit is never easy. I
Nah.
feel like even coming through the birth canal wasn't easy. I feel like it was like almost unbearable for a baby. Like you had to do that or get a C-section in order to come into this world.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I feel like humans are really honestly aliens because if you think about it, men have a life force. We have what is it? We have a life space or a life thing where we can create a life center, I guess you could say. We create life. You guys have the life force. We have the tree of life. So we can bear the fruit. Okay, that's what it is. You guys have the life force. We have the tree of life. We can bear fruit. That amount of power. Do you know that do you know what happens when a sperm is entered into an egg?
Nah, with like the whole process. No.
There's a flash of light, right?
Nah, I ain't know that.
Yeah, it's a flash of light. On you got to do a lot of research. Dog. Did you look at your chart or no?
Yes, I did. I didn't read it all. That's a lot to read.
It is a lot of reading. It is. So did you learn a lot about yourself or was it things that you already knew?
Some of it was stuff that I already knew.
Right. So how did you feel about the stuff that you didn't.
Uh,
You didn't
I
get.
have my doubt. I have somewhat doubts about it because I still don't see myself from that perspective. So it's like it's telling me something about myself, and I'm trying to see that angle of it.
That's understandable. Some stuff is like hard to understand. Like I watched this video today of this astrologer who was supposed to guess like these 12 zodiac signs, right? These people
Hmm.
zodiac signs. Can't ask their birthday, anything like that. I think he only got like 5 of them right.
Right.
But that's how I feel like astrology is, because sometimes he could have been picking up on their moon signs or their rising sign.
Hmm.
You never know that sign until you get deeper into astrology. Like your rising sign is Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you're looked at as the guy who's like, no, I don't want to be in no relationships. I'm in a relationship with myself. And if
Hmm.
I engage in you, I engage in you as a Scorpio, and there's like, you have to be, the astrologer was like, you have to be in a relationship, or you have to have a relationship. And she's like, do I have to? This is a female.
Hmm.
He's like, do I have to? He's like, yeah, you have to. So that push away, and you can see how like certain zodiac signs are with astrology. Like we're completely opposite when it comes to that. But also at this time, you're good. Like you're in a healthy space with someone that you are growing.
Yeah.
So it's always interchangeable. I feel like if it's something that you can definitely benefit from,
Hmm.
that's definitely a good space. So much stuff I want to talk about, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'm in a really good space. So I'm happy
That's good.
with myself. Like, like you have to be happy with yourself in order for things to flow the way you want it to be. But
Hmm.
I'm at a stage right now where like I don't know what I want to do because I have so many talents. Like
Right.
I want to do everything that I have to do. Like I want to do everything. I want to have all these things. I want to do everything, but which one do I start at to create this life? And somebody asked me the other day, and this is such a great question. What would you do if what is something that you would do that brings you joy, um, that you would do all day if you couldn't get paid for it?
Hmm.
Right? So I'm like,
What I would do all day if I didn't get paid for it.
something that you would enjoy doing that you wouldn't want to like that you just would do naturally
Without nobody paying me to do it.
without anybody paying you. What is something that you would do?
There's a lot of things I would do.
Like what?
I'll go to the gym like I already do without getting. There's certain things I do without getting paid, like already.
No, but the thing is, like those things is what brings you passion. So you're gonna do those.
Uh-huh.
So why not make a career out of what makes you passionate? The thing for
Hmm.
me is there's so many things that make me passionate. Like I want to do everything. I want to make like I want to make like um, little lunch dinners and
Hmm.
go to construction sites and sell them junks. I'm talking about like healthy dinners. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Healthy little lunches that hook you up, or light lunches that give you that little boost that you need, or a smoothie that gives you the, you know what I'm saying, that gives you that charge up, but cleanse your energy too.
Yeah.
I want to do those things. I also want to open up all the businesses that I'm thinking of doing. But all the things will happen in its own time. I don't know how I'm gonna start. So
Hmm.
I'm just never
You
start.
take one and you do it until you get enough money to fund the next one.
Also, I'm thinking about like beginning a trade too,
Mm,
and that's important because then that's just provide stability. Like this can provide stability, but we would have to be on this shit like every day, every night, every day, every night,
yeah.
building content. But it just is what it is. Okay. So a lot of people, there have been a couple people who have gotten killed, and I would be, I would be an incomplete person if I didn't say anything about what's going on. Um, but at the same time, I don't really know. And the reason why I don't know is because when I hear about the things that happen to people of color, to people who could have been me, in this situation, it just is so disheartening, and it fills me with rage and anger, and I don't want to feel like that. To know,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, to know that somebody had put their knee on someone's neck for for an extended period of time to where he was dead, and nobody said get up or pushed him one time at all. Like, you didn't do anything, you just stood there. I would have risked getting arrested or something than having, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about with George Floyd, but this girl, Michaela, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
Michaela lived in a foster home, and the foster mom called these girls to come and beat Michaela up, and
Mm-hmm.
Michaela had a butter knife. This is just, I'm paraphrasing because I don't know the exact story, but
Yeah,
Michaela,
I don't know the exact story.
Michaela had a butter knife, and she was killed. Was she tased at first and then
No,
killed?
she wasn't tased. From what I've heard, when upon I don't know how long the cops were there, but while the cop was present, she was headed towards the aggressive females with the knife in hand.
With a butter knife.
I don't know what type of knife it was. Maybe it was a butter knife. Maybe it was a steak knife. I don't know.
And the cop shot her
The cop shot her.
in the body, in the head.
No, I think 4 times in the chest.
It was recorded, or
I mean, if the cops got their body cams on, then it should have been recorded.
what was that footage released? Is what I'm asking.
I haven't seen none. I've only seen the aftermath. I haven't seen the actual footage of her being shot. Just seen the outrage of what happened afterwards.
Yeah, I saw somebody comment on it. So, and then Dwight, I'm not sure what his last name is. Uh, I just, I get so angry because at some point, these police officers or people aren't thinking logically enough to be aware that of the situation. They're uh, they're subjectively putting themselves in a space instead of objectifying the situation. You see somebody coming at somebody with a butter knife, your instinct is to shoot them.
Once again, you can't keep assuming that he was aware it was a butter knife
Okay, I can't. But even a knife itself, why isn't you running up to a person and tackling them at least, or pulling them away from this person?
because these dudes are told to. Because these officers are told to protect themselves first. That's why.
Okay, protect yourself from what? From a girl going to another girl with a knife?
I've seen, and I'm not saying that he's right in shooting her at all. I've seen And I've seen a video. It's a recorded video of a cop tasing a grown man. She's not a grown man, so could be a different situation. That taser ain't phased him, and he had a knife, and he stabbed the cop.
Overstand that because some people are on drugs, so you don't know what's going on. But this is the child who lives in foster care.
You think he was aware of that upon arrival?
It does not matter. You're supposed to know the situation before you take somebody's life.
They never do. So
See, that's my issue. So these police officers should not be police officers if they're not gonna realize what escalation of force they need to use on any situation. You're trained that way. You're trained to do your fucking job. Do your job. Not somebody's cousin. Let me just shoot this person. Because if that's the case, it's a lot of motherfuckers y'all need to shoot, and it's not these black people or people of color who need to get shot. It's y'all with the mindset that y'all have to not understand what the fuck is going on in the situation. Like the other day, I was in the store and somebody left their cart in the aisle, like just in the middle of the aisle. This man came and approached me, approached the line where I'm standing at to check out. So I go, "Is this your cart?" And he's like, "No, it's not." So the guy who's responsible for this said cart comes up to me and is like, "Yeah, it's my cart." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know whose it was." He's like, I would have just moved it out the way. That's what I would have did. I said, "Well, it wasn't really in the way. It wasn't really bothering anybody." And like I said, I don't know whose cart this is. I'm not about to touch it. You know what I'm saying? We're in COVID. I don't know what the fuck you got going on. I'm not touching nobody's shit. I'm about my own shit. Like, so he like started to say something, mouthing off and had an attitude and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Sir, your issue is not with me. I am not the one you're upset at. I just talked to you for less than 30 seconds, sir. Like, keep that energy over there. Don't come over here with that shit. Please. I will roast your ass every time. But furthermore, don't bring that energy out here if I'm not giving it to you. It's not what we're on." Everybody got frustrations. Everybody has frustrations. Everybody has things they're dealing with. But how you approach a situation is not. I was like, "It's not that serious." When I said it wasn't that serious, this is when you turn. Every time I say it's not that serious, motherfuckers get serious. It seems.
people don't like being told how not to take a situation when they're in the feelings.
No, but you're taking all of your emotions and trying to dump some shit on me. I'm not the one. I saw a post today that said, like, I can't stand somebody who's hating on somebody who was born this way, like born like this. Like, if you're born beautiful, you born with that intelligence or whatever, you should be you should be good. Like everybody else around you should know that you're good. But when you meet people who are fucking strangers and see you, motherfuckers hate on you just because you look the way that you do. Bitch, I came out the womb looking like this. Like, this is not some shit that was put together in a fucking factory. You mad at me for God's creation? Get mad at God. Go talk to him about that shit. Like, don't talk to me. Fix your spirit. Because you could be ugly on the outside, but you have a beautiful spirit on the inside. None of that
Still
shit.
ugly on the outside though.
But you hey. No, dog. Like, I can't like
Yeah, your spirit could be all great and dandy, shorty, but it ain't going nowhere with me.
And let me tell you something to all the people, to all the people who are out there who know
Somebody gonna love you. There's somebody for everybody out here.
they're not as attractive as they would want to be. Because you know
All
what?
them women on my 600-pound life or whatever, they got men. So shorty, however you look, live your best life.
Live your best. Listen, it's all well and fine because people who really are genuine will love you regardless, whether you pretty or ugly. So,
They just might not be in love with you.
and that's another discussion for another day because I can't get into that. Because you can probably be in love with somebody and they not like some people don't look at looks
Some people don't.
because they don't got looks to look on, you know?
Exactly. See, if they ain't got nothing, they'll take whatever.
Right. So there's somebody for everybody. Like, hey,
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
you this motherfuckers, but we got money or we have great sex or we got good energy together or we make each other laugh. So, it's cool being ugly. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's not the greatest thing, but it's cool.
It ain't the greatest thing, but it could be cool.
On love and have love for you is what we're saying. And
Absolutely.
and
And beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
You know, just because somebody that you want don't find you attractive, don't mean the person that been blowing up your DMs for 10 months now don't find you attractive. Y'all need to give them niggas a shot. The niggas that been on your line for like 2 years now, that you've been ignoring, that motherfucker really love you, and he don't even know you. Give him a shot. All them niggas you been choosing, you still single. You might want to choose a nigga that's been sticking around for 2 years, and you ain't been giving that nigga no play. I'm just saying.
But a nigga around for whatever. It's people in endless situations.
I ain't never about to be in no shorty's DMs for 2 years trying to get. I don't be in nobody's DMs anyway.
That's just not the place to be honest. It's just not. Like, it's just not the place. I don't want to be there.
Anyway, love yourself, and the right people will come to you.
Exactly. That's where we are. Love yourself. So, what did you do to love yourself today?
Um, what did I do today? Besides spend time with my son. That's pretty much it. That's my day. I made some breakfast.
What you made?
I had some eggs, bacon, and toast.
That ain't breakfast. You don't even make no pancakes.
I ain't need no pancakes.
You gotta do a whole breakfast. You got the pancakes, the bacon, the eggs, the fruit, the um what else? You might even have to hit the grits or the cream of wheat, depending on who like who.
I ain't eating all that.
Oh yeah, you don't be.
Yeah, I can't eat all that. It's too much.
I like cinnamon pancakes.
I've had that.
Yeah, I feel like I want to make some. Remember, I used to go to the house and make pancakes every day when I came home from school.
Hmm.
I wonder what people would say about how they met us in life, like how they would come up with I mean, not how they would come up with their stories, but like what they would say, because we never you never talk about stuff like this until you've had like the long lasting relationship with someone. Like, hey yo, how did we meet, or what happened?
Hmm. I be having them thoughts all the time with certain people that I really just can't remember when that first interaction happened. But we've been cool for a long time now.
I remember seeing. I remember we could talk about our first. Um, I remember seeing you walk up the street. Um, and I remember before I went to school because I didn't want to go to school, but I remember it was like I moved into that joint like around Christmas break or something like that. And then I started school when we went back to school. And I remember seeing you, and I'm like, I remember seeing you walking up the street, but then I remember seeing you again by the portables, and I was like, "Are you my guest?" He was like, "Yeah,"
Hmm.
and and so it was just crazy because I was like, my mom said I supposed to walk to school with you? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll see you later. Yeah. We walked off. I was like, okay.
No, I don't even think I even knew that information when you told me it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I've always been that crazy, super informative person. Like, I always want to let everybody know some information, but that's horrible. Like, I feel like sometimes shut your mouth up. Like, rather
Mhm.
I thought that you already knew who I was or had known that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't know. We met sort of just like it felt random, but I guess our parents had some things going, talking to each other about
I don't know
stuff.
how because I don't know how they have met.
I don't know. I don't know how none of that stuff transpired.
As I'm moving all my stuff, and my mom's telling me, like, yeah, I'm like, Mom, what school I'm about to go to? We about to go to Martin Luther King Junior Middle School. The boy that lived down the street, he go to school too. You gonna go with him? No, Mom, I have a boyfriend. Like, shout out to Jeremy Marshall, JB Smooth. Um, but no, like that transition was crazy for me. I did not want to leave. I was so blown, but then at the same time, I was about to get in a fight with this girl at the school that I went to before. So it was just a lot of shit going on. I had
Mhm.
so the whole thing for me was going through changes that I wasn't ready for. It's always the time where I'm not ready to make that change, but the change is coming regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like it just is crazy how things happen. Sometimes, you don't realize when that change is happening that it's happening for the good. So you at first you're reluctant to it. Like you're like, no, I'm not trying to do any of that. But then like with my energy, I'm always like optimistic in it. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna work, everything's gonna be great. One. And then you hit the obstacles, you hit the barriers, you hit the challenges, the things that, push you to be like, shit, this shit hard. You know?
Right.
It's all part of life. I'm over it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um, we can wrap this up if you want. Either way, you're about to go to sleep or
No,
something.
I was just thinking.
What you think?
Random ass thought.
What you think about?
When's the last time you ever seen a little person in person?
You mean,
A
uh,
midget.
are we only allowed to call them little people now? Or
I
do
don't know. I think midget is offensive. Are they dwarfs?
I saw one like maybe like 2 years ago,
Mm.
but not in person. Like, yeah, how you doing? No,
It's like they're really becoming like mystical creatures, like for real. Like
I'm
really,
scared of them.
I don't really see them in real life. Like
I'm
they're
scared of them because they're strong as shit. They're strong as fuck. Like they're little strong people. And
mm,
I'm scared because they look scary to me. Like their heads real big. They look like little kids. No offense to anybody who's a little person out there. I'm not, but y'all scare me, and that's all well and fine too because we all have our fears. But that thing is the only thing besides spiders that I'm scared of. Is little fucking midgets. Like if there was little people outside with masks on and shit, like they've never made a little midget scary movie where midgets came and fucked up all the people in the world because they
nah.
That's a great movie idea.
No, it's not.
Hmm.
I can outrun a midget. Their legs don't won't allow them to catch me. They don't even have the reach to even swing at me. I'm an athlete.
To have a knife and cut your leg, cut your
They
ankle.
have. I can jump over a midget.
Midgets is fast. It could be
No,
ninja.
they not. When have you seen a? When have you seen a midget in the Olympics? Them motherfuckers ain't fast.
They are a little fast.
They not. And if nothing else, I'm gonna hop on top of a table. End the story. Run the credits.
They still can get you.
By the time they get the chair, push it up, they start climbing up on the joint, I'm off the table now. I'm off the table. I'm about to do it.
What about 8? You can't be
Huh?
8 dog.
In what situation? What's the scenario? Am I locked in the room with 8 midgets?
You locked in a room with 8 midgets and they got machetes. And you got one too. But
Oh, I'll put my money on me. I got the reach. You can't beat the reach. The machete adds an extra what? Foot and a half?
It's 8 midgets.
Okay, guess what? I'm real precise with my machete swinging. They gotta swing up. I gotta swing down. I got gravity on my side.
I understand that. But even still, you could still get stabbed like shit, bruh. They got machetes, dog. They machete.
And I'm pretty sure I might get some nicks, but guess what? I'll come out the survivor.
I want you to. I really do. But I'm just telling you that midgets is no game to play with, dog. They not. They scared the shit out of me. For real. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But maybe it's that Leprechaun movie. You seen that Leprechaun movie?
I've seen most of them.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I
Them
thought it was funny. He always had some jokes. He would crack right before he killed somebody. It was hilarious. Especially the one when he was in Vegas. That's my favorite one.
I don't like any of them Jones. The first one, he's so ugly. How can you sit there and watch something so hideous for like an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes? Killing
Uh,
and stuff and laughing about it. What's wrong with like what how do you enjoy stuff like that? Like when
mm,
we went to watch Freddy vs. Jason and I almost broke your damn hand.
that movie was not scary to me.
It was scary to me.
I don't know. Maybe because Freddy Krueger's humor just lightened the mood for me.
But how long you been watching scary movies? Like you liked watching scary movies growing up? What was the first scary movie that you watched that was something that
I think it was Child's Play.
oh Chucky.
Yeah.
Hmm. Where the fuck is she?
Yeah, Child's Play.
What was the first scary movie I
Or
ever?
Friday the 13th. One of those two.
So the first movie, scary movie, I think was It. Stephen King's It was, I think.
I remember that movie. That joint wasn't scary.
It was scary to me.
That shit was long.
It was long and it was scary. It was long and scary.
I don't know what the last movie I was actually scared of while watching it. Like actually jumping in my seat. Like, oh my god, have me not want to go to sleep at night.
I be jumping in almost every movie. I'm scared of. I'm scared of that suspense. What's that movie? A cabin. A house. Hmm. A cabin in the woods. That fucking movie. You seen that?
Maybe. I don't know. There's a few of them.
So did you see? Did you watch Peanut Butter Falcon?
No.
Man, you don't do nothing I ask you to do, dog.
Peanut Butter Falcon sounds very like pornographic.
You say he's gonna watch it, and it's not pornographic.
Let me Put that shit on my watch list. Peanut butter falcon. That sounds a bit nasty. I don't know. What's peanut butter falcon supposed to be about?
It's a really good movie about this young
About.
um, person who aspires to be a wrestler.
Hmm.
He runs away from the home that he's living in because it's an old folks home and he doesn't belong there. But he don't have no parents and he don't have nowhere else to go. So he runs away to meet this wrestler that he really loves. And
So this is a kid that's doing this.
no, he's like 22 or 23 years old. So he's an adult. But
Uh-huh.
he has Down syndrome. So he's not
Got you.
stupid. He's just very aware. He just has Down syndrome. So he
Mhm.
ends up meeting this wanderer or this guy who's a fisher, um, who's like on the run now, and then they're both on the run. So when that happens, they begin to create this bond and they start training and stuff. It's a
For
real
wrestling.
Yeah, for wrestling. And that's what I didn't even recognize that it was about the wrestling stuff. But it's really this dude is really strong. This little boy is this Down syndrome person is really strong. So
Most of them are.
right. So it's just something for you to take a look at. Something I think you would enjoy.
Okay,
Something
right. I just put it on the watch list.
Mason you would enjoy for sure. Um yeah.
Oh shit! Rest in peace to Humpty. Damn, yo, he just died.
Who?
Mr. Humpty.
Humpty Hump?
Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace to Humpty, man.
Yep. He just passed away.
Today?
Not today. It's been like a couple days now.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Everybody's gone.
Yeah. That's one of the sad parts about growing older is that everybody you looked up to, like
Many
all,
that you grew up with has gone.
yeah, they just as we get older, they getting older, and they gonna start checking out on us.
And then your story still has to go on. So you got
Hmm.
to know that shit is immaculate. You have to make sure your story is told. You have to. Gotta have it documented. And that's how I'm so glad that we're doing MoCo Files
Hmm.
because history in the making. It's always gonna be here.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think.
What else we got?
Let me look.
I don't think nothing else has happened in the world.
It's a lot that's happened that we haven't talked about. Definitely. My college professor, Dr. Moonsway. Shout out to Dr. Moonsway. Um,
Nigga name is Dr. Moonsway.
Moonsway. Dr. Isaac Moonsway. Like look,
Damn, he play an instrument, don't he? He
tall.
he sound like he play an instrument.
I'm about to graduate in less than a month from Stray University. It's about to be a virtual commencement. So I think that I'm going to maybe try to have a party.
Hmm.
But I don't know yet.
Right.
Definitely want to celebrate my accomplishments because I'm pressed. I'm looking for, yeah, I'm very happy.
Mm,
But Dr. Moonsway would always go on to NPR. NPR.org tells all the world news too.
mm,
So you'll get the perspective. I also watch and listen to, I don't watch, but I listen to um Radio Sputnik. It's um FM 105.5. They talk about world stuff. They talk about a lot of world topics.
mm,
Doctors, you know what I'm saying, professors, all types of people go on this show, talk about every bit of the world topics and what's going on every day. I will let me put that down so I can put in these notes to write down Radio Sputnik and let me take that. So yeah, we can definitely start getting into those world topics and stuff because it's definitely important to discuss these things. Um, I think there is a first woman president of a country. Uh,
say word.
hmm, yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, I'm just writing notes, so I need you to talk right
Oh, my fault.
now.
All right. Let me think of something. Oh, this be a topic. So, how do let me see how to put this. How are you able to identify an alpha male in somebody?
Mm, okay. What what is that? Okay, what is the alphabet? It all depends on perspective. What is an
Mm.
alpha to you? Is it somebody who opens doors? Or is it
But
somebody who
that's a gentleman.
is it somebody who's this big bulky guy who
Nah.
troll or like what is it all alpha male?
A man who stands on principles, a man who doesn't kiss ass for nobody, um, a man who when he say he gonna do something, he does it. Um, Someone that like it ain't all about toughness with being an alpha male. It's about
Genuine
standing for something, huh? It's
genuine
about your character.
character.
Yeah.
Okay. Um I would say something like earnestness. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
In an alpha male. But also the ability to command a room or command a space. Those are big qualities. And confidence.
mm,
Because the alpha male is not going to allow anyone to embarrass him or them.
yeah.
Um, but yeah. What was the you said how are you able how am I able you this is a personal question to me or was it
I know, it's just a general question.
um I honestly can tell by I was just talking to somebody about this mental strength and
Mm,
there are a lot of men who when they meet a woman think that they can say whatever they need to get a female to do what they want them to do, especially a female who has looks and you know what I mean has charisma, or someone who they think because she's beautiful she doesn't have a mind. You know what I'm saying? Someone who needs someone to think for them type shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Isn't that like an old way of thinking though? Who is still thinking that shit
it's a
today?
very old way, but it's also a very insecure way of thinking, especially when it comes to a guy. And I guess this is full circle. A guy objectifying a woman, saying, "Oh, she's so beautiful," because I can't cover up the fact that I have the shape that I have. I can't cover that shit. Even when I wear sweatpants, my shit is showing. You know what I'm saying? So it's so obvious. A guy will still objectify, like, "Oh, in my face." A guy will still objectify. "Oh, she's gorgeous," or she's this, and I have to talk to her. And they think that because I can converse and I'm not brushing them off, or I would be seeing what this person is about, seeing what they would try to say or do, and then I see everything within that space. So me knowing that I can overstand what your aim is, I already know that you're trying to talk to me because I look good. You know what I'm saying? So what's your next angle? What are you going to say to me that's going to convince me to want to be like, oh, okay, let me talk to you or let me engage in something with you? That's the thing for me. And then also, if I am to engage in you and I do begin to speak on my thoughts or what it is that I know, and you see that I'm smarter or aware or able to do something better or can complete something better than you. I was in the military. A lot of men couldn't mentally be in the military and go about and do those things that I did. Serve 8 years in the military. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that discipline over motivation, that discipline over, what I'm saying, certain things allows me to be in a stronger mentality than other people. Wait a minute, you made it through this while all of this was going on, or XYZ. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a more mental strength or more mental capacity than others, than men too. And but so when men see that, they're like, oh, they get insecure because oh, she is mentally stronger than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I recognize in a man not being an alpha male.
Right.
Because even if a man is an alpha male, a man is already going to be in a space to say whatever needs to be said to make me feel more at ease as a woman. He knows his place in being the provider and also that comfort to a woman as well.
The comfortability part is very important.
But also someone who's going to make sure that you're on your shit too. Get that time to bond and be comfortable and be coddled. But with an alpha male, you always gotta grind. There's some alpha males who want for a woman to just I don't know, I don't think that there's alpha males that want a woman to be at home. I feel like there's alpha males who know.
There's some that do.
Okay. So there
The
are
the ones that are.
situation if you, I consider you alpha male. If you had a situation where you have a female who has her own business and
Mm-hmm.
you at the time that once y'all get married or whatever you're capable of um providing for her and the money that she makes in her business and more. Are you going to request that she stays home because you are the alpha male and that you provide? Okay, great. But
Nah,
you're not that type of alpha male that says, "Hey, you got to stay at home." And
nah.
okay.
Like first of all, I need to be willing. You shouldn't even be getting to that point of marriage without even having that conversation. First of all,
I understand that. I'm saying like the babies come after.
mm-hmm,
So after she's trying to get her stuff situated, okay, I'm gonna take off this amount of time because we're breastfeeding or
mm-hmm,
whatever. I gotta stay at home. You gotta foot that bill
mm-hmm.
because ain't nobody coming in my shop right now.
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
I mean, shit. It takes 9 months to prepare for that time frame when you're not gonna be working. So get your shit together. Both of us, you got time to plan for that. Is what I'm saying.
I understand that. But after that, then what? Then
Then
this
after that, what if you gonna say she don't want to go back to work?
what I'm saying is there's not a school for 2-year-olds out here in America. In Jamaica, that's a different situation. So yeah, she ideally could go back to work after
Mhm.
that first 2 years, but school don't start out here till 4 years old. You gotta find
Well,
her, you gotta do this,
we got it's called. Not everybody have these type of resources, but there is family for that.
and that's what I'm saying. Not everybody has these type of resources.
Yeah, but you asking me, so I know I can do that.
I'm saying in a man's hypothetical situation, you gotta
In
understand.
the man's hypothetical situation, some people, and that's where it comes to the conversation. Can you even afford to have the kid? Because once you find out, this stuff needs to start getting thought about. Now, if you're a first time parent, then you're not going to know about asking all these questions like, oh, what we going to do with our child once they're there? You going to go back to work, this, that, and the third? Like, unless you're like already done been through this already, you're not even thinking that far ahead.
All right, let's switch gears. So switching gears on the alpha male, if a um, so insecurities, right? There, everybody
Hmm.
has insecurities. Okay?
Yeah.
For me, I feel as though it's okay for everybody to have these insecurities as long as they're aware of what they are and are trying to work towards trying to figure out why they are and break
Hmm.
down what that shit is because everybody has to grow through something. And I think insecurities is the one of the last things that you deal with in life where as you grow. Sometimes, as you grow, people deal with certain things at different times. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you had your son at a different time than I had Naya. So I knew and know now about parenthood a little bit more than you do based on
Hmm.
the time frame because he's young and because my daughter's older.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it just is different when I don't even know. I'm thinking I'm going off topic. But as an alpha male, I feel like being aware alpha male will never reveal even that he has insecurities. I feel like so
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So that's something also that he I feel like alpha males uh, are so strong in that even when they do need something, they don't admit it.
Hmm.
It takes some time for them to get to a space. They have to be in a really vulnerable space with someone who they know is not going to take anything against what it is that they're going through and just be there for them. It
Yeah.
takes a really strong woman to do that. It takes a really strong person to do that. That's just another observation about an alpha male. But knowing that is just it's a it's a good thing to be able to recognize as you grow.
Hmm.
There are beta males and sometimes a lot of alpha females like beta males because they can tell your ass what to fucking do.
Cause the niggas the work with the simps.
They're yes men type shit,
Yeah.
can you do this and yes and can you do this and yes and it's cool, but those same females will still want an alpha male. They'll still, when they see that tall guy, because beta males, you could tell by the physiology and anatomy of a beta male, Beta males are usually not as tall. Beta males
Mm,
are usually not as strong, or they don't they don't have a deeper voice, or they're more emotional than you would see an actual male, where you see a dude with his niggas and he's cutting up at the bar, you know what I'm saying, or you see those beta males have homosexual friends who you know uh, yeah, that's real, that are their friends and they're cool with that.
mm,
Sometimes it's family members who are like that, so you have to, I mean, like, they're not gonna, people sometimes have, when you have an objective mindset or an objective thought process to everything, it makes so much shit better in life because you're not feeling what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? It
mm,
is, you seen it, where it is, what it is, for what it is, and that's what it is. And boom.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you look at things subjectively, you're feeling, oh, well, I feel like, damn, that's fucked up, or oh shit, da da da. Sometimes you get caught up in, wanting to understand why you subjectively feel a way about some shit. Like, why do I feel like I want to know why this person was gay, or why this person became, a lesbian, or why these things to my mind come to me, and I'm like, well, shit, I can't just go up to this person and ask them. That's personal. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole life journey for them. So me saying, you know what I'm saying, I just have to be like, okay, well, that's what they chose, and I'm gonna respect them regardless, because they are a being. They're themselves.
So the question, what would you call Dwayne Wade?
I don't like labels.
Because you're saying that beta males are short and stuff like that. This is an NBA player, so obviously he's tall, he's strong, he's an athlete, but he's raising his son to be a woman because the son says that's what he wants.
Um, I don't feel like I can't label him as anything but being a supporter of what his child wants, because, at a certain point in time, he may grow out of that space, or he may choose to. You just have to be supportive of what goes on. It's not the best. I wouldn't advise it, but I can't tell anybody else how to live their life or how to raise their child. If a person wants to go through that space and be like, it's
Of
a
course not. I don't know if I can go to the same lengths of support that he's doing.
um to each their own. You don't know, because you don't know how, what's gonna affect him, even if he sat and talked with his son multiple times. Like,
Hmm.
and the fact that he is in the NBA and is allowing his son to do those things and express himself, a lot of other people would scrutinize him for. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would judge him for, but because he's allowing
But
him,
judge their son,
judge Dwayne Wade for not allowing
they
him,
do.
they would judge him either way. People, he would cut, he would get it either way. So he's like, shit, live and let live, goddamn. He's not getting fucked by nobody. He's saying
That we know of.
he's saying I'm an emotional person. I'm more
That's what
emo
the kid said.
I'm more, when you are, okay, anybody who chooses to be transgender, and I'm speaking on this on behalf of someone who I know really,
Also, he's trying. He wants to cross over.
I don't know if he wants to cross
I
over.
thought the boy was just gay.
He just said he was gay.
I don't know. I don't keep track of everything.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know that he gets his nails done and dresses in girls' clothes, but
Like a cross dresser.
okay, okay, and that's all experimental. A lot of people wear dresses. Young Thug wears dresses. So, I mean, who's to say that that's wrong? A lot of motherfuckers listen to Young Thug. Still. And
To each his own.
Arabic men wear dresses. What does that say? Like, what do
Who?
you know what I'm
You
saying?
said what?
Arabic men wear dresses. Like,
They do. I don't think they call them dresses though.
they don't call them dresses, but they don't have pants on.
I mean, shit, it's 90 degrees out there in the desert. I wouldn't have pants on either.
It's more than 90 degrees. It's like 114.
Yeah, so you gonna put pants on too?
Right, but what I'm saying is to do, he's allowing him to experiment and feel it out. Like I remember, and this is
Oh no, I got no issue with him allowing the kid to do whatever the kid want to do. I'm looking at the way and way funny for doing some of the things he's doing now.
what are you talking about?
As the father, like he's wearing the feminine clothes like his son is wearing. You don't got to do that in order to let your kid be whoever the kid want to be.
You have a
You can still
picture?
be a man
You have a
and
pic-
still allow your kid the freedom to express themselves.
you have a picture?
Huh? Let me
You have,
see if I can find it.
can you look it up on the laptop and share it?
I have no clue how to do that. What button is that?
It'd be a share screen button.
I don't got one of those buttons. I think because you're the host, you got one.
Okay, hold on. All right, now you can share. You should be able to share.
Let me see if I can find it, John, first. How do I?
I mean, and once again, if you're supporting your son or daughter and how you feel about those things, you want to wear something that's comfortable like that, or whatever the case may be, to encourage how he feels, then fine. He's not saying, "Yeah, I want to
I
get."
still don't got a share button. I don't know what I'm doing. It's late.
Oh,
Uh, he just started doing some funny stuff. I don't know if he was trying to make his son feel more comfortable. Maybe he was. I don't know. I'm just. You don't have to do that in order to support your child. That's my thing.
no, but people gonna do what they want to do, and people are gonna love the fact that he was dressing the way. I'm trying to figure out what it is, what outfit you're talking about.
It was something. It was like I don't know. He was matching his son or daughter, whatever the child wants to be called today.
So what, they were wearing a dress or something?
It was something like that. I think I seen it on Instagram.
I see him with jeans, man. Last time. I don't know. Send me the picture.
Oh, and yeah, if I find out, I'll send it to you.
Alright, cool. I think we can wrap this one up then.
Cool.
Sometime. Alright. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Really appreciate all y'all. This one up for y'all soon. Well, y'all be watching and tuning in. So I'm glad that I hope you tuned in. I'm glad you enjoyed. If you have any comments on anything that we talked about, please leave them below. Please, please, please. And subscribe to our page.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Share it with a friend.
Share with a friend. Hey, let somebody know.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in once again. And we'll see you guys next time on MoCo Files. We are out.